Good morning and welcome to another episode of English Buddy. Learning a language, of course, comprises of four skills, right? Listening, speaking, reading, writing. When we always analyze how the language is being developed, you know that a child learns a language initially by listening to it. Ample opportunities ought to be provided to listen to the language. And then comes writing, reading, and the other parts of the other language skills. Unfortunately, we can see in many of our schools here, they start learning or teaching a language by writing it. They begin with the writing skill. I don't think that's a good idea. You know how to write A, you know how to B, C, D. If you know, that is a great thing. But do you think that is a integral part of the language? Writing is actually, what is writing? Expressing your ideas. That is writing, not something just to be copied from the board. Of course, you need to learn the alphabet, but before that, at least you should have a common, what should I say, the basic ingredients of the language, the listening and speaking. These are speaking will be motivated or will start happening only if you listen to the language. How did you learn your Malayalam language, the native language? Of course, you have got ample opportunities to listen to the language, and then you started rendering the words, right? Just like a parroting. For in the initial stages, of course, it's parroting. You don't know what it is. Amma, you say Amma, right? You don't know what Amma means also sometimes. But then, in different contexts, you start learning it as you grow. So this is how any language is being delivered. So today, let's begin with the listening part. Life. What is life actually? It's a mystery, right? We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, and that of course can be taken as what very adventurous, also a very adventurous learn journey. And as Robert Frost just said, sometimes the roads are very well paved and people all use that road, and some people use that road, of course. They are having less risk, but there are others who really try to be more risky in life. I had been a character who had been very risky in my life. And of course, for that, I have got so many criticism. I have faced so many, people coming up and saying, giving more suggestions for me as to stop that. But when a chance is offered to them in that way, they have taken it up also. They were ready to take it up. And then I was like, oh my Lord. Okay, so this all, differs. The approaches differs. And of course, we talk about politicians, right? We talk about politicians. We say they are very politically, what we can say, politically they are carried by their motives. All. But don't you think this politics happen even in families? Of course, there are so many. So then, in that way, if you see, you can see in all families so many politicians. Just think and find it out. There are so many politicians, even in families, who try to grab people around them, who try to make their own, their own motives, their own mission, vision, my lord, whatnot, and they will start marching towards that. But what is it? After all, after doing all these fights and after doing all the stupidities, where are you going to lie? Down, down into the earth. Right? We are all going to be there only. That doesn't mean that you have to part with whatever you have because you're going to go off one day. It's not like that. I don't mean like that. Of course, you have to give your share, part of whatever you have, to people who really, really, really need it. Not in the name of blood relations, not in the name of, friendship. No, never. We should never do that. Now, um, so this is, I have had a very bitter experiences as well as very good experiences as well. Of course, life is not a bed of roses. There are thorns as well. And to a certain extent, we are the people who decide whether life should be a bed of roses or thorns. It's our maybe our doings that will make us feel so. In one way, if you take it all, no one, if I have had a very bitter experience, after 2 to 3 years, if I stare back and see that, I feel laughing at myself. We can't change people. How can we change people? They are they. Gossipers are gossipers forever. We can't go and shut their, I mean, shut their mouth by using even Fevicol tape. No, we can't do that. They are meant to be like that. Let them. They may have, their own. They will have to face the consequences, of course, for their doings, misdoings. I would say, not doings. Let they must be ready to handle it. No, they are very happy. Maybe they are very happy to take that. It's up to them. And so I think you must be having a very different experience about life, right? Maybe something that is very exciting you must have had. Youngsters, all this life, all these years, you must have had a very, I mean, the bright, so you must have experienced the bright side of life. Maybe later on, we'll have to face the other side. It happens vice versa. Anyway, even in a millionaires, it's not money that attribute towards how life is going to be. Even you must have had you heard about people who have millions in pocket, but they don't know, they don't have peace of mind. They're not able, they don't know what is happiness. They can't have a good food just because of the diet that they encounter. So uh, after all that is said and I mean, we have to come to a conclusion that life is what we make out of it. Okay, you can chase money, or you can chase your dreams, or you can try to exploit others, or you can try to loiter around gossiping about others. It's all your whims and fancies, right? After all, it's your time. God is the one who is having the remote control of all our timings. One day or another, we are going to perish forever, as we are all mortals. So, thanks for listening. And, if you have not subscribed the channel, please do subscribe. Bye. Take care.